Welcome to another episode of the Shop Walk here at Iconic Motorbikes. It is Saturday, November 2nd, and we're going to start with something really, really oddball. This is a 1946 Husky, Husqvarna, Model 24, one of the earliest bikes that would have been made by Husky post World War II. Two-stroke engine, I think about 118 cc's. This one came to us from a client who called up the service department. Hey, I've got this thing in my living room. I want it to be a runner. He just wants us to clean it up. As Angel says, a little bit of this, a little bit of elbow grease. And so clean it up, make it nice, but also something that he can ride. So we're gonna find that right balance for him in terms of how perfect he wants it to be. I think the coolest thing about this is the horn. There we go. Steve jokes that it's been drilled for lightness there. So yeah, it's a really, really awesome old school. Look, after World War II, a lot of your European countries, you've just had a war. How do you get around? People can't afford cars. Stuff like this was family transportation for people, or your commuter to work. You throw your, not your laptop, but you throw your stuff in there, get to work, do your thing. Some things to note about this: it's got the Trelleborg tires. The Trelleborgs, that's a Swedish company there, so keeping it on brand for the country. Obviously, we joked about the horn, but just there's so many great details here. You've got that Husqvarna logo there. You've got the 3-speed transmission, hand shift up here, so that's pretty cool. You can see the Husky logo. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but the modern Husky logo of an H, we'll show a screenshot of it, but like the H with the ridges, the 3 things on top, it's kind of a reference to royalty, but also the gun sights on a barrel, because Husky was involved in that kind of thing back in the day. Now they also just make cool chainsaws, right? Although those are separate companies. One last little thing I want to show you is back here. Check out this tag, and it's just been hand peened, hand etched. So this is basically saying first name, last name. And this, I can't even remember. Oh God, Kelly looked it up. What was the last name? Address? Address, thank you, sir. Yeah, so it's basically, the original owner's information there. Carl Anderson, somewhere there in Sweden, what the weight is, 70 something kilograms. That's a heck of an identification tag, which is really, really cool. And there's all kinds of stuff on here. You can see the wiring for the brake light goes back here. When this gets up on the lift, we'll show it in more detail, but I've just been kind of geeking out about that. It's pretty cool. Over here on Steve's lift, NS400R, this one's getting some work done before it goes up on our auction site. And there's one over there that just sold on our auction site. The owner of this also has, an RG500, RZ500, that kind of thing. So for him, this was about completing the trifecta of your 80s Japanese two-strokes. So excited for him. Ollie is out as it's Saturday. Yanni is also out as it's Saturday, which brings us to, okay, now we've got a problem, because not only are you Mr. Kawasaki and we'd like to make fun of you for Ducatis in your bay, now you've got another bay full of Ducatis.
And I didn't wear my Cowboy shirt today.
Yeah, there you go.
I looked at it too. I was like, shit.
You got the hat though. You got the hat.
Yeah. I got the sweater.
Oh, okay. All right, you're still repping.
You got VTEC too.
Yeah, right.
VTEC, baby.
Oh man. Okay. So Angel has double the amount of Ducatis as normal. The reason for this is Adam and I are doing a video shoot later today with our buddy Steve Stacy, and Adam thought it'd be cool, because it is cool, to do it on a couple of Desmos Adichis. So Angel's making sure that we're gonna be safe and sound, and of course you can see the differences here. That is the one of the 2 liveries that Ducati offered there with the stripe, the team livery as they called it. Yeah. And then here's the one that Adam and one of our clients brainstormed an idea to paint, the Deadpool bike, as some of these guys call it, because of black and red.
It's just cool to see the
it is really cool.
The white, like the yin and the yang.
There you go. Little Wu-Tang over here. I like it. But yeah, so there you go, 2 Desmos Adichis, and we'll get some footage to share with you guys later of us riding them. Yeah. Back over in Angel's Bay.
To my other area, really quick.
All right, talk to us about what you're doing with this bike.
Yeah. So this is actually a customer's bike that came in. It went to another shop and they couldn't really repair it. So they brought it all the way from
like New Jersey or something like that.
No. This is a different one. I think it came from Santa Barbara, I'm not mistaken, or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And so I figured out what was wrong with it. I did the diagnostic. We ordered the parts. It did take a few to come from Italy. So we finally got all the parts in. So today I'm gonna try to work on it and clean it up for him, get everything running good. Hopefully I have enough time to finish it, because I'm also getting ready to wrap this one up, but we're doing a little bit of welding in-house, which is kind of rare, but we do it if we have to. And then I'll be able to hopefully get this one wrapped up. Adam did a running video of it earlier today in the morning, so yeah, we have it running and fired up.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, but we can't get it hot right now because we're gonna do some welding.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's okay. We will not fire it up for this video. We talked about. There you go.
Yeah.
We talked about it yesterday. It's got a lot of crazy parts on it.
Yeah.
Tamarini factory radiator, the open that clutch, and the open belts, and that kind of stuff.
Good,
it's a crazy bike. And also, I heard you fire it up earlier today. It's nice. It's nice. We'll make sure that we show you guys what it sounds like, or at least send a link to Adam's video. So thank you for that. Wrapping things up here, Daniel is wrenching on a bike. This is a Bimoto Tessie 3D Final Edition. I mentioned it in an earlier in the week. I mentioned he was going to get on this. He's our resident Tessie expert. He's probably worked on, honestly, he's probably worked on Tessies more than anyone on the West Coast in the last couple of years.
With the virus included.
Yeah, it's true, and the viruses, that kind of thing. Obviously, the U.S. importer, Bob Steinbugler, out in North Carolina, does a lot of great work with these things. But yeah, I'm trying to think of someone beyond Daniel who's working on it more, because I keep, I put 15,000 miles on my bike and it keeps needing work, and he keeps making it happen. So the highlight here today for this bike, the owner of it he acquired this bike from Bob in Bimoto Spirit, put 600 miles on it, and it meant it was time for the break-in service. So Daniel already did the belts and everything like that. But the last little touch, these rods here are normally black, as you can tell, at least with this paint job. Mine are red. But the owner thought it'd be cool to have them powder coated to match the Italian tricolore, the red, white, and green on the flag. So the upper bars, it's actually probably easier to show, or better to show from this side. Riff, thank you for following me here. So the upper bars on both sides, those are just there for brake stabilization, and this here is really what sets your rake and trail. And then this is steering. This is the only thing that does steering on the bike. It's push-pull, and there's a whole bunch of linkages. We've done another video getting into more detail on how this works on my personal bike. But yeah, number 13 of 45. I think mine's 24 or 25, I can't remember. But it goes through here, goes through the Omega frame, goes up. This piece is what provides the steering stop. This is what locks the range of motion, and then this goes up there. And if you can kind of look underneath, that's what's connected. I mean, the front wheel is in a chock, so I can't rotate it, but that's what's doing the turning there on this really, really exotic bike. So obviously I'm a big fan of these. I use one as my daily commuter, but it's just cool to see another one that's getting ridden and not just being put on display. So that wraps things up for today's shop walk. We are going to be going to the Hanson Dam show tomorrow. Hopefully those of you that are local can come join us for that. As always, if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments, and thank you for watching.